Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a UFO activity video. This is about the El Paso airport incident just here recently in 2026. Before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Friends can still disagree. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including the ones pictured here, Drifters, Drifters 2 and Chaotic West, and Drifters 3, Sands of Blood. Drifters 4 is called Dynasty of the Heretic. This is a fantasy western series. At its heart, it is a shoot 'em up, fist fighting western. But yeah, it's got everything I could think of to put in there besides aliens and spaceships. It's got alternate realities, time travel, alchemy, prognostication, magic, monsters, necromancy, vampire. Everything's in here. And I mean everything. So yeah, if you enjoy weird, quirky stuff, Drifters right there. It's my author page is H.L. Anderson. Hope you get it and hope you like it. All right, the El Paso airport incident. There was an incident recently where cartel drones shut down the El Paso airport. The U.S. military had to come and shoot down the drones. The official story here makes perfect sense. The Trump administration has shut down the border and they are blowing up drug boats in the Gulf, so I can certainly see the cartels using drones to deliver drugs across the border. I can't see why they haven't been doing this already, and these drones can certainly do the job. However, there are a few issues with this story. First, why in the hell would the cartel send dozens of drones into the El Paso airport? I can see using the drones to deliver packages of illegal drugs to operatives inside the U.S. That makes perfect sense. It doesn't make sense to send the drugs into El Paso and then use the drones to shut down the airport. The cartels would benefit far more by using the drones in more remote areas along the border. This El Paso incident raised public awareness of the cartel drones, and now the Border Patrol will have to counter them. I mean, more so than they already have. Smugglers want to keep a low profile. Second, photographs taken of the quote-unquote drones at the beginning of the event did not show commercially available drones. The pictures I saw showed a large circular object which closely resembled the classic saucer-shaped UFO. The news reported a dozen or more small objects, but the photos I saw did not support that. Okay? Third, the entire El Paso airport, which by the way, if you've never been there, it is a huge airport which accepts international flights and has state-of-the-art radar and other systems. The airport is huge, okay? It was shut down for a dozen commercial drones. Yeah. Unless these drones hovered over the actual airstrips or runways, I think they overreacted. This sounded a lot like the Chicago airport shutdown when a UFO was spotted by multiple witnesses. I did a video on that. Go and check that out. It's the Chicago O'Hare Airport. Fourth, the U.S. military brought in aircraft which used lasers to destroy these quote-unquote drones. To me, this seems like overkill. I mean, honestly, a commercially available drone, you can take down one of those with a fucking brick. I've seen it done myself. I haven't done it, but I've seen it done myself. Why did the U.S. military bring out top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art military hardware to take down these commercially available drones? It doesn't make any sense. It does make perfect sense, however, if it was a UFO or some kind of an advanced enemy aircraft. At this point, obviously, nobody knows for sure exactly what did happen over the El Paso airport. The official story certainly is plausible, so I'm sure most people believe it. And I would not be surprised if the official story is the truth. However, I have listed 4 points here that seem to contradict or at least create suspicion about the official story. I don't claim to know everything, and I honestly, I barely did any research on this. So if anyone has any more information or can contradict any of my points, please put it in the comments. I certainly don't know everything, and I'm certain that we would all love to read those comments. When I heard this story at the beginning, I was thinking, when the hell would the cartel shut down an airport? That doesn't make any sense. They want to keep a low profile, so if you're going to use drones to do that, which, by the way, that part makes sense, but if you're going to do that, you fly them across the border into the scrub of New Mexico or wherever, and you drop the drones to a waiting associate, a waiting operative. You don't fly into the fucking El Paso airport. I'm sorry, that's stupid. That is absolutely stupid. You can call the cartel leaders greedy, angry, evil, whatever. But the last thing you can do is call them stupid. They're making billions of dollars, okay? I'm just saying. I don't believe the cartel drone story. I don't. So, anybody, again, if you can contradict me there, please put it in the comments. I'm sure we'd all love to read them. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.